Hi, I'm Brian, and we've got another RV DIY project. Today we're going to work on our big slide. Most all these Super Cs have these massive slides on the driver's side. They're almost always going to be controlled by a rack and pinion system, a Power Gear 3 rack and pinion system, and in our case here, this rear rack that I discovered the other day, a handful of broken teeth. So today's job is to replace that gear so that our rack moves smoothly and can keep up with the rack in the front. Our RV is a Dynamax DX3 36KD, which shouldn't matter, just about every Dynamax uses the same slide. It's a 2017 model, and this slide mechanism is made by Lippert. And so the Lippert part numbers for that gear we'll leave in the description below. It took us a little bit of time to find the correct gear. I called up Lippert and we looked at graphs and we looked at charts. And we decided that the gear that I had was a very common 24-tooth gear. So we ordered it off of Amazon. And it showed up, and by gosh, it was the correct gear. We got lucky. We're going to go through the process of changing out that gear. It wasn't very difficult. Well, let's get to it. And I'll show you what I got going on here, if we can get in there. If you can see, this motor here, we got an electric motor. There's two of them, one on this extension and one on the front one. This is the rear. We got a rack here that follows this extension in and out. This motor turns this pinion to turn this rack. And the problem is it's been skipping teeth just about since we got it. It's been a pain in the butt to move this huge slide in and out. And what I've discovered is I'm missing some teeth. So I ordered parts for it. It took me a couple of days to science out the order, figure out what gear I needed, and it finally showed up today. I sure hope this gear fits and it's the same gear. I won't know until I get it apart. So that's the project right now, is to get this gear out of it. It doesn't look very hard. Looks like 4 bolts and the motor will slide out. We'll probably pull this E-clip out, and I'm hoping once we relieve the weight on this, it should just all slide out. We'll see. So that's what I got this jack here for. I got a really sturdy jack. I used the bottle jack out of my pickup truck, and we're just going to slowly raise it up until these wheels are a little bit free. So they're still pretty tight, so I just got it taut. I haven't tightened it yet. But that's the next step here, is to see if we can get this lifted up just enough to free up that gear set and those wheels. Oh yeah, it wasn't very tight at all. There's 4. Oh yeah. Let's get a... No, it should all come out. It should come. Oh, maybe that's what the problem is. Motor's out. Whoa. Is that a slot? Well, son of a gun, how about that? Just slot it out. Ah, good job, good job. So here's the piece out. I'm gonna clean it up so I can get it all apart. We'll go over to the workbench. There, now it comes off. This will slide off. This will slide off. This will slide off. Let's go get the other gear. It looks like it's the same. Look at all those broken teeth. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's a wonder the slide went in and out at all. So here's the other slide, or the other gear. Make sure the gear count and the teeth count is right. Looks like it's right. So whew, that was a good call. I mean, I was not guessing, but I only had the width of the gear to go as a measurement to compare to all the other gears that they have in their inventory. But yeah, let's give this thing a clean, huh? Where's my... All right. Let's see if we can get it back together. Had I known there was a slot on the back, it would have made it a heck of a lot easier. So there's that keyway. And this goes in pretty snug on that keyway, right there like that. I don't think those are directional. Oops, I need to put that bushing in. See, you got to put it back together right. Got to put one of these bushings here, put that wheel back on, put the keyway back in, put the gear on, put the other wheel on, put this little bushing thing on, put that bushing on, and put this back in. So now, I might have to pull that out to get it to slide in, but we'll see. I think it's all back together right. Let's go check it out. Let's see if we can get this in. Ah, I see. See, the slot has a small part, so I think you got to pull this pin out so you can get everything kind of spread apart. Ah, son of a gun. Hang on. Got to pull the pin out. So that the shaft can go smoothly around that. This got to go over a little more. This has to come out. A little more, a little more. That should go. It should go. Yep. This has to go in that way. This has to come out that way. Oh, there we go. So now that bearing goes in, this bearing goes in. Somewhere in there. It's got to go in that hole. Oh, the teeth are bigger. So I got to lift up the slide a little bit more because the teeth are bigger. How about that? Just another crank, I think. Maybe another crank. It's real close, real close. Where's it going in? There it goes. There that goes. Jiggle it. And that pin, where's the pin? The E-clip goes right there like that to hold it all together. Now all we got to do is get the motor mounted, and we're back in business. That'll work. And get that new gear. We want the new gear to be happy. So let's release the weight here and let's see if it works. Oh, there you have it. It's all back together. Plugs are plugged back in. Gears in, the clips in, the bolts are in, the keyway's in. I'm gonna lube it and then let this down and then see if it works. I think it will. We've successfully replaced that gear and it's moving in and out wonderfully now. So I'm crossing my fingers that was the root of the problem. But now the other thing that I've learned in this whole experience for the last year or so, trying to get the slide to come in and out, is the secrets to the switch button box here. This is the Power Gear 3 room slide out buttons. You know, basically I've had to manually override this slide in order to get it to come in and go out evenly. And so what you do here is none of the lights are blinking now because it's been programmed, but you hit this bottom switch and this front switch, or the left switch, and you hold them. You click them both at the same time and you see lights come on. And then once they start blinking, now we can move the slide. The first slide position is going to be the in position. So these two buttons here work both of my slide motors. So you hit both of those and then you hit the in button and the slide will come in. Yeah, we're gonna lose room here. This is a silly place to put this mechanism here. You get about 30 seconds if you let go and stop before it times out. But we're going to continue the in until we get in. That's in. So then you hit this bottom button again. Now it's programmed for the in, and then you hit those two top buttons, and then you go back out, and we'll program the out. That's moving a lot better than it's moved ever. So we get to the out position, and be careful here, you don't want to pull your sidewall off. So when you get close, you just kind of inch it. And so we're pretty good there. Yeah, we're more than good there. So I went just a tick too far in the back. So my back one has to come in just a little bit, and my front one has to go out just a little bit. And once you said that's it, you hit this bottom button again, and it goes whoop, and now it's ready to roll. So that's the master reset button. And you have to be very careful because you can peel off all these things if you go too far. And so that's what's important here, is that you just be very careful when you use that master reset button. And that's how you reset your Power Gear 3 slides. Well, that turned out a lot easier than I expected. Those slots in the back to make it slide right out made a world of difference. So we've run this slide in and out a couple times. We're using a graphite dry lube on these gear and teeth and the slide parts. I don't want to use grease or anything moist as a lubricant because it is open to the world and I don't want to be attracting dirt and grime. But so far, it's worked like a champ. It's come in, it's gone out, it's come back in again, and it's gone back out again without popping, without moving, and it's gone in and out evenly. It hasn't done that, golly, probably since we bought the darn thing. It's been a problem for quite a while. Our travel season is upon us, and so I'm glad we got this thing fixed, because I hate to have gone someplace and the slide wouldn't go in or wouldn't go out, because it lost so many teeth that very well could have happened. So luckily we found the problem, the solution was relatively inexpensive, and it wasn't that hard to fix. Thank you for watching, like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.